and we can record it at the same time, just to make sure. But yeah, that's so strange why it's not coming up. I mean, I can't be talking to anyone because no one's come up and it says there's no one looking. So I don't think it's gone live again for some reason. Don't know why. Strange. All connected to the network, everything's running. So I'm afraid this one's going to have to be a recorded one again, and then I'll have to put it back on Facebook. So, what a nuisance. Oh dear. Okay, well, moving on. Yep, been jumping around, bouncing about in the old hot tub and enjoying it. Last night, it was 2 days ago, it was 80th birthday of Debbie Harry, and they've been playing some stuff on, if you've been following me. I need to look at that now to see if I'm going out, will I? No. So, yeah, they did, I think, a concert when it was in Glasgow, 1979, I think it was covered by the BBC. We got a bit of it, not all of it. And then basically the next one, it jumped to, what was it now? Another, well, a documentary really about them touring and how the band started and what happened to it and all that sort of thing. And all the ins and outs in the background. And then the third one that came on, this was on BBC 4 last night. It was kind of good really because it was a live set, but it was recorded at the Mediville Studios down in London, which is a part of the BBC Sounds department. And I know a good friend that used to be the head of that, Nick Groans, and he used to be the sound engineer for that. But this one was in 2014, so it'd probably been retired for them. But it was good. They was playing all the old music. She was in the 70s even then, because this was 2014, I think. So I mean, just 2 days ago, Debbie Harry was 80. So, you know, and still going strong. That's the good thing about it. I know they're basically multi-millionaires now and they don't have to do it, but I think they do it for basically the love of it now. That's the difference between if you have a manager showing you what to do, telling you what to do and everything, all that, and pushing you into lots of things, and keeping you going even when you're bloody nearly knackered. But the other artists, the older style artists, basically bought their own rights, got their own music back. Basically they've gone back independent again, famous but independent. So then they can do what they want, and if they want to carry it on, that's good. But when you get to a place where some people, like management, will push you when you haven't got your rights and all that, then you're in trouble. Then you'll probably be going until you drop dead, like, you know. It's not good. But the good thing about it is the other artists, the older style artists, as long as they brought their own music back, you've gone back independent. Me, I've not got that far yet because I don't really want to take that next step. I'm doing all right. 78,000 fans, nearly 80,000, soon be 100,000 soon. All around the world, social media. They follow all this, and YouTube and then God knows what. Yeah, it's good really, and I can do everything from a studio. I've got my own music rights. Cool. Anyway, going back to yesterday, I was watching Blondie, obviously, and I kept writing down some of the songs that she used to do, like Denise, Hardy Glass, Atomic, Hanging on the Telephone, Sunday Girl, Call Me, One Way, and what the hell is that one? Oh, The Tide is High. That's it. Yeah, I've got that one on there. So basically, I wrote that down. There's 8 there. I can actually buy the rights of those and put them onto a CD. And what I might do is do that. It would probably cost any £16 at the most, 20 at the most, probably like. Because each song something works out sometimes about £1 to about £3 to buy that rights to actually do that and put it on a CD. So I might do that one, but also after that, another program came on, BBC4, last night, Phil Collins. So I thought, oh, I'll write all these down. So you got Can't Hurry Love, what's that? Oh, Coming in the Air Tonight, Sister Zulio, I Think We Missed Again, Easy Lover, A Groovy Kind of Love, Two Hearts, Day in Paradise, and Against All Odds. So there's another album. You see, it's 10 there, and the other one was 8. So yeah, you could do that. And what the idea is that when you do it, you actually ring up. We can do it now automatically online. You go to PRS and you go and search for the music first, and then you say, I want to buy them tracks. Well, actually, you can do it easy now. You can actually write down what you want to buy, and then you send it to them. They give you a price, or the artist does, and it's about £20, something like that. And you've got that right to play that music onto a CD and sell up to 500 CDs. So yeah, pretty good. So that's what I might do. I might do an OMD one and another one. I've done the Quo one. I mean, the copyrights for that one weren't too bad. It did come to a little bit more than normal. It was about £22. That was funny enough because everything that had Francis Rossi on, it was quite more expensive than anything else. So I thought, oh, typical. Thanks, Francis. And so basically, yeah, we made the album. And eventually it will be sold with my new company. I've got to redesign that and move it, make it, or put it back. Same design as it is. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I might actually keep the same design. I've got 5 on there at the moment, 5 albums and 5 CDs of my 432 Relax stuff. And it's going all right, getting interest. Not going massively fast because they are expensive albums. That's the trouble. You're looking at £27 post and packaging. You look at £30. So, you know, for the vinyl, it is a thinking whether we want it or whether we don't like, you know, or would it be better to have the CD? Because funny enough, the CD is only about £11, so it does make sense really. But the quality is fantastic, I must admit. I'm really chuffed with those qualities. So anyway, so I wrote these down last night, and I thought, well, what we'll do then is I'll play some tonight, and let you know that I am going to be putting a Phil Collins album out and a Blondie album out. Be probably Steve Francis plays Blondie, Steve Francis plays Phil Collins, you know, it's CDs like that, and that's how it goes. Haven't played them at the moment, so I thought today I will show you exactly how we build it up. We build it up. He says he built it up, but I haven't even done it yet. So it's going to be fun. Oops, that's upside down. Let's change the camera. This is all recording, so I'll have to put this one out later tonight. As I say, it says it's live, it's not, and I'm recording just as a backup. Very strange. Okay, Well, not with that rhythm, you don't get nowhere, do you? Yeah, that's the one, but not with that beat. It's completely weird, that beat. Sounds like there's 2 or 3 beats on top of each other there. Let me go and play with another beat. Seems a bit strange, that does. Let's go on to something else. Come back one. Well, that's not too bad. Ooh, loud. That's booming, isn't it? I think we got 2 mics going there. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh no. Let's just see what other one we got. No. They seem quite loud. That seems very loud. Very bassy, a little bit different to what she used to be. So we've got the mute on, but it's still coming through. Wow. I think got too much bass. Right. Okay, right, well, let's do a bit of harder glass then. Must have been it. Harley Glass, Blondie, and obviously my version. Just couldn't remember half of it, but that's neither here nor there. It's pretty good actually when you can't remember all of it, because you don't get no copyright then, because then when I stick this over to YouTube, you're going to get copyright. Or you can have it, but we're going to take the sound off. Yeah, great idea that. Look like a fucking idiot bouncing around with no bloody sound. Typical. Okay, Sunday Girl. I can't remember how this goes. Try it on the same beat again. Same beat, you know, this is where you can go wrong. With the same beat, you can actually easily go on to the same track that you were doing before. same track. It's actually a Schlager, some German thing, I think. Yeah, it was Sunday Girl. So I got Sunday Girl, and I got Denise and Hardy Glass. So both of those are pretty good. They match pretty well, actually. I'm just gonna put a little cross on Sunday Girl, and put a cross on Hardy Glass, because then I'll know that I can use that same rhythm for those two there. The other one might be a bit tricky though. Although I can do it on all the rhythms. I mean the same rhythm on all of them. Let's see what we got. No, that won't work. So I changed it from there to there. It should be like that. But I could do it from there. Oh, but I'm going to make it there. See if I can go up. Interesting. first time I've done that. Well, the first time I've done all of these, just trying to match things together. Obviously, I'm getting better and better and better, but this is the first time that you're seeing me do this live, which is very rare because a lot of musicians won't do that. Like, they go, no, I want to know exactly what I'm doing, but I'll just jump straight in there and see how we go. And that's the thing about me. I don't mind going wrong while people are looking, because the simple reason is, 1, I'm human, 2, I'm going to go wrong anyway because I'm learning a new song, 3, I do play by ear, so that's pretty good, so I can't go by numbers, dots and things like that, so I've got to find my own way. So when I find out that it goes, I have to change it somewhere over here. So all the things that are normal I have to change different, because also playing in the 4-3-2 frequency knocks it down a few octaves or whatever, and basically I have to move the keyboard. So the keyboards are completely different, but it's just what I'm hearing on the thing. But that was quite good. I'm quite interested in. I like that one. We're getting good now. We've got two fingers going. That's a weird sound, that one. I don't know where we got that one from. So yeah, Call Me. That worked on the same beat, which is kind of interesting. We could actually do that. I can see a melody coming up here. So what you can do some days is, you've got the same beat, that would be that one, and you want to do, if you're on one single keyboard, then all you do is you transpose it. There's the button here. Can't do it on that one because I don't know. It's a bit more complicated on these two. This one here has got its own transpose. Not with that bloody noise though. It's not bad. Yeah, not bad. What you could do is like. And then you've done one song, so then you can just take it up one octave. So if you go on, let's do some beats actually. Oh God, a bit quicker than that obviously. From one different beat to the other. And then what I'm talking about, the octaves, you just take it up an octave and you just go into the next song, because you know that that beat is going to be the same as that. See what I mean? And then the next one you can go like And then you just bring the octaves back down again. Very bassy, that one, very bassy. What have we on number one? Bring that bass down a bit. It's very, very bassy. Let's just have a quick listen to that. That's a bit less, isn't it? That's a little bit more, less on the bass. Yeah, I think it will definitely start coming along. And that's how you do it, that's how you build it up. So that was 3 songs there we built up on the same rhythm, funny enough. So that's put a little X on there, so then I know that I can play any of those on a beat that's close to that by just probably transposing, or just basically, well, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can transpose. Always remember to put 2 down the same, and then you get back to normal, otherwise you get lost. You could do it that way, or what I do is, because I play by ear, I can actually change it back on the keys without actually transposing it. So you do. So instead of stopping there, you'd go up one. will then run from there. And then when you play that one, you take it back one. And then if you go another one. So you can use all them transposed there. I don't think it's officially done that way, but I seem to be able to do that way. So once I've got the sound in my head here, I can run that there. I go here. So, and then I sort of match it from there. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely three there. Oh God! So it's got to be. Let's see. It's not really the right rhythm. It's not an 8 beat, is it? It's more like one of those. And let's just try what that does. Anything there? Sort of whistling. What was that going to be? Hang on. So it's got a bit of rock in it. Two variations. God, is that a bit slow or what? yeah, that works quite well. Might need a little bit more work, but I might actually end up recording this lot on Tyrus. I don't know, it's got a bit more modern beats, although that's not bad. It's about the same time, isn't it? 80s, 70s. Bum 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 bum. I don't know about that bit. Too much. Second bit's alright. Yeah, Sunday Girl goes quite well on that and all. It's going to be taking some work on that one. quite got that one. That's one way or another, that was. Can't remember that next bit. Very close to the second one, that one. I can't remember that second bit. You got to remember it. I'll have to listen to that on YouTube, see how it goes. But this is how I learn, you see. And I mean, you've been with me, what, 10 minutes, 15? Well, 20 probably. And we've learned 3 songs. So now I've got 3 songs I can do perfectly. Not record yet, but I know I can do it on here, or I could even set it up on here. That's how you work it by ear. So that's how you do that bit. So there's definitely 4 possible songs in that. Yeah, that's. I mean, there's definitely 4 there, and then of course you've got to get to these, and you've got one way or another. That's a tricky one. So, yeah, I mean, if I listen to them about 4 or 5 times over, there's a good chance I'll do it. But now I know roughly where the keys are by just playing and going wrong, when you play and go wrong, you play a different tune. When you try it, you're playing normal. But then you don't play it again the same. You play it a little bit different and change the chord a little different. And then once you find that something fits, I tend in my mind to glue that bit together. So that bit fitted there, so we'll fix that one. And that bit fits there, so let's fix that one. And then basically it all comes to me. And that's how I play, really. It's hard to explain. So it's all by playing different things. And when they go together, then basically I know exactly how it goes. But I can't remember how they all go, you see, so it's not that right in my head at the moment. But yeah, I mean, we've got Denise, just Denise actually. Harder Glass, Atomic, dun 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 dun. And it goes. See, just by doing that, I changed a few chords even then, and that fitted even better. So that's now in my mind by looking at what I'm doing here and what I'm doing there, but doing the chord version of what it is here. And you go down one, so we go. So that matches nicely. And then you go here, so you go. So I would think. So that works nicely instead of. It's all coming together now. nearly cracked that one. Got it in my head now. Oh, that's a long one. Quite quick, that is. Yeah, it's good to get the inspiration off the old rhythms, because these keyboards are about 40-year-old, so they've got the rhythms that was out there at the time. Like that rock, that is definitely a rock job. It's got the dum dum dum, the old bass. I mean, it's just like the The old Bon Jovi. It's not Bon Jovi, that's Europe. I mean, it's definitely got them beats, hasn't it? It's definitely got the early. It's got the late. It's the late 70s, early 80s. That's the beats. just like that. That's how it sort of comes to me. Well, it's a bit weird having a recording. I mean, I'm enjoying it. It's going to give you a chance of how I actually put my music together. So that's Blondie. We did about 4 there. So let's go to Phil Collins. So this possibly is another album that could have come. So I know that Shusha will fit about 4 different songs. If I decided to do it on here, or there, or down there. But Phil Collins here, let's see what we got on here. Well, this is an interesting one. Easy lover. She's an easy lover. She's an easy lover. Ouch. Bloody foot gone to sleep there. See, now I've got to check it. I know where it's there, but now I've got to try and make it onto a different sound, different chord. She's a easy lover. The rhythm is close to it. She's an... Can't remember the next bit. Oops, lost that. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. That's pretty good, I must admit it. It is tricky though, because when they get them in the studios, they start tweaking things and tweak this bit here and put a pitch up on there and make this there. Well, you can't do that on a keyboard. I can blend the keys, but I can't sort of twist the things. Yeah, so that's that one anyway. So, but it's in early stages, that one still. But the beat seemed to go quite well on that one. She's an easy lover, she get a hold on you, could leave it. That's like no lover. And you da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's sung for ages. Okay. And then there's of course this one. And then of course you got this one. There's a quick cover, it's this one there. Completely wrong rhythm. Let's get a second version. Let's slow it down a bit. And of course, if you slow it right down to bring it down here, something not right there. Let's go second version. I don't know what the heck that was. Some sort of rapping, I think, early rap, I reckon. Interesting. And then of course you could do this one, which is, let's have a beat. Actually that one might better work. Oh, what we got here? No. Interesting, just on that bit where we're going, I didn't quite get the thing right there because I wanted to get fine. So what I did, as I'm still practicing round it, I still keep going over the same sound. And I'll try that chord. That's the one it should be. But I was going there, and then you noticed I went up here. And then I went here. I'm actually trying to find the chords as I'm playing it. So once I've got this bit going, it would go like that, but I think it really is this one. Just a simple 1, 2 like that. I could go like this though. More like a Pet Shop Boy ones. Because they do that one and that one on quite a lot of their stuff. See what I mean? So da da da, or gotta go, and it's this one. So it's all learning curve as I'm playing this and going along. I'll notice and try something as I'm going along, and then I'll try something else. I'm always learning because the simple reason is I don't do it from the manual, because I can't do it in the manual because I've pre-tuned these things to 4/3/2. So I'm out of tune anyway for the way that they wrote it, which is wrong anyway. But should be the way I'm doing it. But there you go. You can't argue with professors that they think they're right. They're right. Oh yes, I did it then in 60s some odd. Did you really? Well, they changed it in 50 some odd, so you never learned it properly. That's a nice one. See, I could actually done that one. That's nice, but I could have done. That's the one I think. It fits perfectly, and then it fits for this first bit. Now it'll be anything up the black one there, so you got to take it up to there. Yeah, so it's all learning curve. It's all learning curve. It's the studio. The guy I don't know. Studio. Then it changes the chord. So here. I could do it there, or that's quite a good one. There's a possibility that a good rhythm for that one. I don't think it must be any quicker. I'll take it a bit more quicker. Sussulio. So yeah, there's a possibility of 2 albums possibly of popping in. Hello, where have we gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? He's gone. He's gone off. He's gone off. Is he? Is he? Is he? Yeah, 2 possible albums. Crazy, absolutely crazy. So yeah, let's go over to here, shall we? Let's go. We go a bit more modern now. A little bit more modern. Try not to hang myself. Well, that's sort of modern, isn't it? Okay, so if we went, let's have a look. Go into banks. See, there's the Blondie one. I could easily put that one on. So yeah, there's the Blondie one on there. Different instrument, different sound. I've got on a different wave band, and yeah, picking things up already. What could you do on that one? Let's have a look. Let's close the beat on that one. She's an easy love. I don't know what the heck that is. Yeah. So yeah, it's yeah. There's definitely some beats there. Let's see where we can go. Let's try some 8s. No, I don't want that one, do I? That one on. That's a bit different. Oh no. See, that's your same beat we got on that one. This is the. You can do that one. You see, it's normal 8-beat, almost standard 8-beat. Yeah, sort of jazzing up Another Day in Paradise. So easy lover. So yeah, that's it's how it starts. I've got the basics of that one, and then I can probably go and learn it from the one downstairs and probably record it from that, or probably do it in the studio on one of these. You know, so it's it's a possibility. I wouldn't say it might happen, it might happen, might not, I don't know. We'll see where we go. Because I've got lots of other things going on at the moment. So anyway, that's giving you a bit of a secret of how I actually do my music, from start to inspiration to finished, things like that, you know. So thanks for joining us. It's getting on a bit. I didn't realise the time. It's coming up to about, well, the time is now 2:35, and I'll see how this came out, and then pop it on YouTube, and then work out if I'm going to do these albums. Which possible? It's a possible, because I haven't done a Phil Collins or a Blondie. So yeah, I'm thinking about it. Must admit. I mean, if I went to this one like. See, that's how quick it comes to me. And this is the singing hand. Yeah, so there you go. Just something a little bit different. Just thought I'd give you an insight to how I actually make my music, and how I actually build it up from scratch. Because I only wrote this down the other day, so it's an insight, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Would be down tomorrow. And now I've actually got Streamlabs on my phone. And the good thing about that is I can actually record like that. So what you're doing here is, if you did it on Facebook, it'll go, no, you can't do that, no, you got to do that, you got to turn it back. Because it bloody got a sign there that says, please turn this back. So by doing it through Streamlabs, which is why I'm doing it here, that's why I've got this that way instead of that fucking way. This is basically, now I can actually flip it like that. So tomorrow, I'll have it up here somewhere, over the top of my head, and so you can see that hopefully my right arm is playing the right side and the left arm is playing the left side. Not the bloody way that Facebook show it, the left arm playing the right and the right hand playing the left. God, who the hell thinks these things up? I don't know, weird. Okay guys, thanks a lot for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again.